Right, we are live.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, me and Rebecca.
We're live now.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are, well, as you've seen, I have started my own business with Arbon, a wonderful company with very good, well-established, very good reputation. We have started this just, well, we're at the beginning, basically, as you've all seen. I first heard about Arbon from Rebecca about 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago. Then I was okay, I was at work, working full time, I was happy. So I didn't really think anything of it. So I said no. But since then, obviously, I have tried the product and have been a mom to Ellis and a number 2 coming. I don't see myself going to a 9-to-5 job. I actually really like spending time at home, looking after my babies, but also with Arbon, it gives me an opportunity to do that. And you get amazing support from a wonderful community. You've got all those groups that you have so much inspiration through their work. They're all moms, majority of them. Well, dads as well, actually. It's a unisex sort of company. There's so much to do. I mean, I've tried the products myself. I absolutely love them. I can swear by them. Again, it's something that you do for if you're a mom and if you want time at home and if you want to look after your kids yourself and you want some thing of your own rather than working for somebody else, then this is a wonderful opportunity. In terms of the business itself, Rebecca is going to discuss it and show you guys more. So yeah, Rebecca.
Oh, thank you, darling. I'm so excited to have Arelta on board. When we first spoke about it a few years ago, I just started my Arbon business up at the time, and then we both got pregnant, and you know, the rest is history, as they say. But when my daughter turns 1, I started to get really serious about this business. And because I did not want to go back to work. I was the director for an optical superstore, and I, did not want that life anymore. I didn't want to be committing to 60 to 70 hours a week work where my child was in childcare and I wasn't going to see them. I wanted to be able to replace my income, but and have a good income, but work from home. And Arbon's 100% been able to do that. You can literally build a global business from this seat, or the seat that you're sitting in right now listening to this presentation. As long as you've got a Wi-Fi connection, a smartphone or a computer, it is totally possible to do that. And what I love personally about it is how it fits in the nooks and crannies of my business, of my life, my business and my family. And I dictate my life. I dictate the hours I work, when I want to take holiday, when I don't want to do any work. It is completely down to me. In fact, I don't think I could be employable anymore. I don't think that would be possible. And I wouldn't want to be. I wanted to create a lifestyle for myself, and this business has allowed me to do it. As Arelta said, the products are absolutely phenomenal, but the business is what's really exciting. Yes, we have absolutely tons of mums that start this business, but we also have people who are in that corporate rut, where they're stuck working the job, which gives them the money, but they don't want that. They want to get the life balance back, and Arbon's a fabulous way of being able to do that. You can build this business in and alongside a full-time job, hundreds of children, whatever it is that your lifestyle is, because we build it in the nooks and crannies. And over the next 20 minutes, I'm just going to give you a bit of an insight to why it's so fantastic and how you could potentially benefit from us. I'm just going to share my screen with you, which has just got a little presentation. I'm going to go through a couple of slides with you now. So if you haven't heard of us, we were established 40 years ago by an incredible guy called Petter Morg. He was a Norwegian entrepreneur, a chemist at the time. And he had a vision to create these amazing world-class products that were available for everybody, that were pure, safe and beneficial, that were vegan and cruelty-free and non-toxic. And these are really interesting words back then. Now they're used, every company starting is using them, but back then was really unheard of. And since then we have just flourished, and our products have got better and better and better. In fact, we've got over 500 products in our portfolio of clean, botanically based products, and we're not going to talk about all of those tonight, but I will touch on them as to why they're so phenomenal. So he was a real legend. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, but his legacy massively lives on in our company. He wanted to produce he wanted Arbonne to be a place where everybody could flourish, and it totally is. There's hundreds of thousands of consultants all over the world, and we operate currently in 6 countries. So anybody now who's in the UK, America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand or Poland, we could actually help launch their business and start building you an international business from day one. Why is it the right time for Arbonne? Well, we've already got, as I said, we've already got the biggest portfolio of clean botanical products that are out there. But more importantly, people want a different pace of life now. 9 to 5, working 9 to 5 for 50 years in like the same job, it's just not an attractive proposition for anybody. And also there isn't the security benefits like there were years ago, the big pensions, the big payouts. There is a vulnerability now when you've got a single income coming into the house. So having secondary or third incomes coming in is only going to be a good thing for you. And why Arbonne? Because it is the best company that's out there, and health and wellness is booming. It is the next $1 trillion industry. Everybody, particularly in the last 6 months, has realized that health is actually needs to be an investment, and that's why our company is flourishing in these times. Our approach is very different because we do take a really holistic approach to health and wellness. We believe that the mind, body and skin are all interconnected, and you have to look after all of them. And we'll talk about that when you understand what our portfolio looks like. It's about what we're putting in our bodies, in our minds and on our skin for overall health and well-being. So let's just talk about transparency. We are so open. We put everything that we put into our ingredients, and more importantly, we tell you exactly what doesn't go into our ingredients. We have over 2,000 ingredients that have been banned and considered to be potentially harmful. European legislation is about 1,500, so we've gone over and above that. And actually we align very much with all the advice that's been given out there, from cancer associations of what you should and shouldn't be putting on your skin. Your skin is the biggest organ of your body, and we need to be really mindful of what we're putting onto it and in it. We use plant-based formulations, which the body can identify and take in and use. And we test to the very, very best standards. We don't just do perception studies, where like you ask a load of women what they think of a product and they give you their opinion. Yes, that has a place and it is important, but actually we're more interested in the clinical data, and we clinically test our products in labs, and I'll show you some of those results very shortly. And the fourth thing that we do, I've got these two the wrong way around, but the fourth thing that we do is we develop our products with experts. So we make proprietary blends. They're just for us. We don't white label products. We don't buy things from other people and stick our label on the front. We formulate, test and make sure we know exactly what is going on with that product. So you've got that assurance that it's safe, pure, safe and beneficial. This is really important to me, and I know it's important to hundreds of thousands of people now. As globally, we need to become much more aware of sustainability, and we are doing. Over the next 10 years, we are going to be plastic free. We're looking at using totally recyclable materials. We're looking at what we do in terms of the impact on our planet, and we're making sure that we're carbon neutral too. We are the largest company out there in the health and wellness industry that has got certified B Corp status. Now, I hadn't heard of that before we got it, but when I looked at it, I was amazed at what it meant. It genuinely means that we put the profit as it's less significant to us than the planet and the people and our products and the impact we're having is way more important, and the people that are involved, than our profit margin. And that is just incredible. So I told you before, we have 500 products. Our portfolios across all personal care products, skincare, body care, makeup, and nutrition. Nutrition, without doubt, is the biggest part of our portfolio now, because we realise we can make ourselves much healthier, much more beautiful, our skin much more radiant by the things that we put in our body and what we don't put in our body, as well as then what we put on the outside too. I want to touch on this because it is our best-selling product, and it is the thing that's going to make you feel absolutely amazing. So if you have any concerns with your health at the moment whatsoever, you're tired, your skin's not great, you're bloated, you've got gas, you've got issues with your digestion, you've got headaches, you're not sleeping, these are indicating that the body is not a happy place at the moment. And the 30 Days to Healthy Living is phenomenal as a MOT. It's giving you a reset and saying, I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to pause for a bit. I'm going to nourish and look after my body for a 30-day period. I'm going to cut out potentially allergenic foods and see how I feel at the end of it. Now, I hate fad diets. This is not that. This is very much about a lifestyle change. And what I loved most about it is the fact that I slept better, my skin was better, I had less bloating. And for me, whereas when I'm not looking after myself and I'm drinking too much alcohol and caffeine and taking on too much dairy, I get joint pains in my knees. God, that's a sign of getting old, I think, isn't it? And my wrist, or I had a snowboarding accident, it really hurts. And when I look after myself and I think, and I get on the 30-day plan, all of that goes away. It is absolutely phenomenal. So if you're looking just to look after yourself, then this is the product for you to go for. I touched earlier on those clinical tests that we do. These are just some of the results. Remember, this is clinical data, so this is testing against itself and seeing an improvement over a period of time. These are phenomenal results that we need to be able to shout about. They're between 79 and 100% improvement in radiance, crow's feet, smooth skin smoothness, skin elasticity and firmness over the 30-day period, which is phenomenal. We've tested these products head and shoulders against other products that are out there, and we are head and shoulders above all of them. How does it work as an independent consultant? What does that actually mean? It means that we honestly, authentically use the products and share them and make sure people are, getting the right product recommendation. And we can do that in any way that we feel is necessary, or practical. So if you can only do Zooms or only do lives, fine, no problem at all. You can build your client base and your consultants that way simply by sharing about this, exactly what I'm doing now, where we share a bit about the business and we tailor and make sure the person gets the right product. If you're like a technophobe and you hate all of that, you much prefer one-to-one, fabulous. Get together on a one-to-one basis, have a coffee or a glass of wine or whatever it is that you like to do, and talk about the business, get them to try the products. And that is as simple as that. That is how we build this business. As I say, we build this in the nooks and crannies, and it grows and it grows and it grows. How easy is it to sell something or talk about something that we love? How many times have we gone to see an amazing film or gone to an amazing restaurant and we've recommended people without, we've recommended to all our friends and family, and they're like, you must go, you must go. They go, they recommend their friends, they go, they recommend their friends, etc., etc. By the end of the month, 50 people have been to that restaurant. Have you ever received a check from that restaurant to say, thank you so much for all those referrals, here is your commission for that? No, you never have. It's never happened. That is what Arbonne do. They literally give you a commission check for building new customer bases by doing exactly this. So getting started, what do you have to do to become an independent consultant? Simply stop spending money on the high street and going into those department stores and wasting your money on the process. When you buy a product from a normal shop, you are paying for the process rather than the product. What I mean by that is there is a lot of processes to go through. So there's a manufacturer, there's a wholesaler, there's a retailer, there's an advertising and marketing budget. All of these are elements that have to be paid. So that I never thought about this when I went into a department store and I bought my product. I never thought of the process it went through. That little £40, moisturizer, or £50, whatever I'd spent on that product, had to pay for the process to go through. So when you work it out, actually what you find out is the core ingredients in that pot is pennies. That is not what we're about. We massively invest in research and development to make sure that we have an incredible product for you. We cut out all of those middlemen so you don't pay for the process. You are paying simply for these amazing products at amazing prices. So we redirect what you're already spending, buy it from your own shop where you get an amazing discount, and then you simply show other people how to do the same. Now, I don't mean that you have to go door to door with your catalogues and drop off lipsticks and collect pounds of money. That isn't how we build our business. We do it all online. You would set somebody up with their own account, teach them how to order their products, which are sent directly to them. You don't deal with the money or the shipping, but you get a commission each and every single time that that person orders. And they love the products, so they reorder and order. So you do the work once, and you get paid again and again and again. So you're going to do two things. You're going to build your client base and you're going to build your consultants. And that's what I love about this business. When you share this with your friends and family and your wider than community, teach other people how that they can get paid for simply using and sharing these amazing products. That is how your network builds. And I love that. And again, we can talk to you a bit more detail about that. But for me, seeing successful people in my team and helping other people become successful means in turn I'm successful, and that is so much more important to me, because seeing growth in others is really, for me, one of the main reasons that I do this business. I absolutely love it. Okay, so simply, you might be sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, this is definitely not for me. That's completely fine. It might be for somebody that's in your life though, so still be open-minded. You may be in a situation where somebody's speaking to you tomorrow about how they need more time or money or freedom or social interaction, and this could be a really good thing for them. So just be aware of that even if it's not for you, you're going to be in a position where you're going to be able to support Arelta and share with your community and your network anyway. You could simply benefit yourself from using these incredible products and becoming Arelta's preferred client. Preferred clients get amazing deals. You get between 20 and 40% off your products, you get free gifts when you order, and you get rewards all the way through the year when you're ordering, but there's no minimum requirements on you whatsoever to purchase anything. So speak to Arelta a bit more and she'll explain to you what a PC, how you could benefit from being a PC. If you are curious about being a consultant, it is insane how cheap it is to become a consultant, in my opinion. It costs just £30 to sign up, and for that £30, you're given your website straight away, which is your name and Arbonne, your name and then Arbonne, and you are good to go and start sharing that with people and start earning commissions straight away. The biggest thing I love about being a consultant is getting the amazing discounts. Of course, we get between 35 and 60% off our products. I love that. But the biggest thing I love is the personal development you get with this business that's basically thrown in. We have such amazing trainings. We have such amazing coaching and mentoring, which is basically free and given to you to become the best version of yourself. If you're sitting there thinking, I could never do what she's doing right now, I promise you that was me. There was no way I was going to stand up in front of anyone or talk to anyone or do a presentation. But you do just learn and grow and become confident and feel like you only want to do it because it is phenomenal. So that is us in a nutshell. Of course, if you're interested or would like to know more information, just reach out to us and we will talk to you on a one-to-one basis too. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for coming on, and also everybody else that joined us. I would really appreciate everyone's feedback on this. Obviously, I'm going to reach out to you guys individually, but if you want to pop me a message or just any questions, please obviously message me, and I will be happy to answer. Thank you. Good night.
Bye.